Good evening and welcome to Maple Leaf Soccer. It is May 3rd.
As our teams get ready to go, temperature on the field is 67 degrees. We've got clouds hanging overhead and the wind out of the west at 17 miles an hour. But it's a great afternoon for girls high school soccer here in Geneseo. Geneseo will defend at the south goal. Sterling Golden Warriors will defend at the north goal. The Maple Leafs will take the opening touch to start competition here at the Geneseo soccer pitch.
And welcome to a beautiful night for soccer here. We have Geneseo Maple Leafs taking on the Sterling Golden Warriors. I'm Clark Brookins along with Rod Gerhardt, Keith Kennan on the camera, and we're getting it ready to go with this conference match. Beautiful night finally for some soccer. Right?
Yeah, it's about time after the winds died down and the rains have gone.
Yeah, the field looks like a postcard tonight. Great conditions. A little bit of a wind coming from our back, blowing towards the middle school.
We've got them all laced up and lined up. Let's play some soccer!
And Geneseo is undefeated in conference, and Sterling right now is 2-2. Geneseo has quite the run since 2002. They've been conference champs every year except 2003. So looking to maintain that, and we're off. Ball comes over to Akers. She works it outside here to her cousin, who drops it up front, and Gramling chasing after it. We'll see if Sterling tries to shut this down. They played earlier up at Sterling, and Geneseo won that game earlier this season. I believe it was 6-0, if I'm remembering the score correctly. Ball gets pushed up the far side. Sterling picks it up, and some good defensive work. Geneseo's pushing it up the sideline. Heather comes back for it, goes out of bounds, be Sterling throw. If you haven't been up to this field, it is about 74 yards wide, so we are actually almost 100 yards from that far sideline, so if we occasionally miss something tonight, that's why. And the field is 110 yards long, and we have a Sterling player down.
Looks like when the throw came in, it hit her in the solar plexus there and maybe knocked some wind out of her.
Yeah, so hopefully something like that. You always hate to see a player go down with a ankle or a knee or something like that. So clock does stop. We do play 40-minute halves in high school, and so we're not quite down to the 39-minute mark left in this first half, and that's good to see. She's up and walking off. And we'll get this stuff reset. We do have an experienced crew here tonight. I don't think I've seen this center referee before, but the gentleman on the far sideline has actually worked in some of the state series and is a very experienced referee, does an excellent job. And it's always a pleasure to talk to him. He taught at Northern Illinois University for 31 years. So, all right, and so we'll get underway here again. Geneseo throw in. Players challenge for that. It's a little bunched up. Geneseo tries usually to work the side, and here comes Coulter right up the middle. He's got a chance. Shot, goal.
Good.
Nicely done.
And goal, Geneseo.
Their goalkeeper really should have probably come out of there a little sooner. Want to try to challenge sooner, but Coulter is kind of deceptive. She can run away from people.
The ball skipped and bounced there a little bit, but she kept it under control.
Yeah. One of the things that you'll see, I mean, she's a 4-year starter, and you notice too that she hit the ball firmly but then try to kill it, and that really helps with the accuracy. So Sterling, we get underway right away, so we're just 2 minutes into this match, and it's 1-0. Clary sends that forward, Dietrich chasing for it, and the Sterling keeper came out quickly and picked that up.
Goal by Coulter. Unassisted in the first minute of the match.
Decent punt, easily met by Geneseo. Doing some nice possession play, which is sort of the trademark Geneseo. Good hustle there by Sterling. Feeds forward. Raps trying to slow her down here a little bit. And Geneseo sends that forward. Nobody there to meet that ball. And that one's going to carry out of bounds. And this would be a goal kick. Again, if you haven't seen soccer too much, and it goes over the end line by the attacking team, then it's a goal kick anywhere on that 6-yard stripe. And Geneseo places this ball down. This is kind of customary. Geneseo usually does not have the goalkeeper take the goal kick. Ball's pushed outside. Trying to get some control here. There's a little bit of a gap right now in between. But it does take a few minutes for teams to get comfortable with what they're doing. Ball fed up here to Dietrich. She's looking in the middle. Nice job. Fisher feeds up towards the middle, and there the keeper reacts quickly and picks that up. Respectable punt out of there. And Sterling trying to get some control. Gramling sends that off to the side to Dahl. Gramling. Ball's getting pushed down towards the end. I think the ball's going to hold on the field a little bit tonight too, don't you think?
Oh yeah, that grass is nice and thick.
It's also, this field tends to get very hard when it gets dry, so obviously with all the rain we've had the last couple of days, it'll be a little softer, a little easier for the players to get a good grip with their cleats. Gramling trying to work towards the middle. Feeds nicely to Coulter. Coulter a little sidestep, trying to find Dietrich. And nice patience here by Geneseo, sending this out to Akers. Feeds Coulters, find Dietrich, and offside flag is up.
Offside's a call on Geneseo.
I think Heather was off by about a
Golden
step.
Warriors will
Yeah,
set the
wasn't
free
much.
kick at the spot of the
You
call.
want to give the quick explanation of offsides for everybody?
Sure. Offside's basically the offensive player cannot be behind the final defender before the ball is struck. So you can't have somebody just sitting down there cherry picking for a pass and putting her home.
Yeah, exactly. And the higher the level of soccer, the more advanced you see that type of play. Gramling trying to chase this down. And this ball carries out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick, and Akers usually takes these. You can see her working her way over there.
Corner kick.
Caitlin, about mid-season, they moved her from midfield to left
Setting the corner
defender.
for the Lady Leafs, number 10, Caitlin Akers.
Geneseo plays generally a 4-4-2, so 4 defenders in the back, 4 midfielders, and 2 forwards or strikers up top. You can see the players are bunched out here. We got 2 in close to the box. She's kicking into the wind, so this may hang up, give somebody a chance, and Sterling meets that. Fisher, nice quick feet. Feeds it back outside, offsides.
Offside's the call on the Lady Leafs. Sterling sets the free kick.
And so Sterling will spot this down, about the point of infraction. And we'll see what type of kick she can get out of here. Again, she's got a wind blowing towards the middle school. That's a pretty good kick.
Oh, yeah.
Gets it all the way out to midfield. Ball rolls off of Sterling. Geneseo throw. Nice distance on that. Goes out of bounds again. Ball gets back into play kind of quickly. Gramling gets that forward. Looking to get a cross in. Drops it back here to Fisher, Tara, and just goes a little far for her. That ball comes in. Oh, tries.
Shot sails.
Tried a little
high
chip
over the
there.
crossbar.
Yeah. You know, that would be one where maybe the players in the middle they could have called for that ball. Looked like everybody there was just a little hesitant for getting called on the offsides there too. But good reaction play by the Sterling keeper. Again, they spot this down for a goal kick. And they just go for the short one outside. Try to keep it under control that way. Trying to pass to feet, and Geneseo intercepts pretty easily. Feeds it back to Fisher. Fisher's quick. She's working, get that cross off. Goes around her girl, gets a nice cross in there. Gramling tries. Shelby turns on, trying to get a kick. Big backspin. Oh, lofts it. Oh, just over the bar.
Shot sails over the
And
right
that bar is,
crossbar.
the bottom of the bar is 8 feet off the ground. The posts are set 24 feet wide. But that's nice try.
Ball's deflected over the end line.
One of the
by
things I
Sterling.
like that
Geneseo
Geneseo
corner
does
kick.
too, Rod, is that
Placing the ball for the Lady
they
Leafs,
shoot from
number
all
10,
over on the
Caitlin
field,
Akers.
which keeps it stretches the other defense.
Yeah.
So Caitlin spots this down. We'll see what happens this time. Nice ball.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
There it is.
Nice.
Shot and goal, Geneseo.
Cousin to cousin. Caitlin Akers to her cousin Shelby Clary. That was sweet.
Yeah, it's so hard to judge that ball coming in like that and
Yeah.
make good contact and not flip it up and over.
Yeah. One of the things too, which both these girls are seniors, and you can see the experience there too, is when you're doing the header, a lot of times you're just trying to meet the ball, use the momentum of the ball, and redirect, which you did
In the
nicely there.
7th minute of the match,
So
the
2-0 lead for
number 7,
Geneseo.
Shelby
Got
Clary.
32:30 to go in this half. Caitlin Akers sidesteps her, and nice work by Sterling, intercepts. And
Good
again, nice defense. Clary out here on the side looking for Dietrich. She's offsides. Not by much,
Offsides
but
called
the
on
referee
Geneseo.
on the far side
Sterling
had
sets the
perfect
free kick.
position on that. She's about half a step off. Heather is really fast, and hopefully we get to see this during the broadcast. She has a cannon when she unloads on it too.
It's good to see that aggressive play by her.
Yeah. Nice kick again by Sterling. Akers meets that in the air. Dietrich comes back for it. Looking to feed Clary, and Shelby comes back. Some patience, feeds it back to Dietrich. Working across. Like to see the diagonal. And Dahl trying to keep her pinned in. Working to that far sideline, goes out of bounds. Quick move, I like that. Quick throw in. Tara Fisher with some patience drops this back to Raps. Coulter working across. Possession soccer. Kind of the trademark of Geneseo all these years. Akers tried to thread that up there. Almost got a hard collision there. Ball's going to roll out of bounds and be Sterling throw. She has to keep both feet on the ground. Both hands have to go behind her head on this throw. Be a legal soccer throw. Big backspin on that. Coulter gets up in the air. Grambling working hard for it. Oh, good try. Lost it maybe in the sun. Dietrich going hard for it. And we're off. Paige Grambling trying to keep her pinned in and forces her to dump it out of bounds.
Geneseo throw.
30-30 just about left in this first half. Quick throw in into the middle. Sterling has some time. Turns. That's a good play by Sterling. Trying to clear that. From just a coaching standpoint there, the Sterling forwards really were kind of separated from that. Should have come back for that ball a little sooner. They have gotten possession here. And Geneseo with some patience. Nice combination passing there, working that ball out. Trying to thread this forward. And Sterling is really working the offside trap tonight. They're really trying to keep their back line straight, trying to slow Geneseo down. Turns and just went through.
Both Geneseo girls were caught looking. They thought it was rolling in instead of following it through.
Coming in for the Golden Warriors, number 10, Julia Diaz.
I like the idea of that though.
Oh yeah.
29-30 left in this first half. We'll play 40-minute halves. So the ball gets spotted down here and we're ready to go. A substitution's been made. Fisher meets that ball. Gets a good challenge there from Sterling. Coulter shields well, turns, sends to Akers. Trying to find Clary on the line. Yeah, got a little foot race. Sends it back here to Major Kurth. Nice touch back outside. And no call on that. Didn't really see contact with the ball there from Sterling. Coulter, good quick reaction there in the air. Sterling dumps it out of bounds.
Ball goes over the touchline. Geneseo throw.
And Geneseo will take a moment here. Akers will come forward to do this throw. Drops it to Clary. Player closes on her. Coulter trying to get a combination. Dietrich challenges. Game's a little bunched up close to the camera here. Coulter cutting across. Oh, nice feed. See if Fisher gets there. She does. Trying to turn it. Good defense from Sterling. Good challenge from both players. And ball comes loose. Coulter gets just charged. Fisher pops back up. She was quick back to her feet, wasn't she?
Yeah, I don't even know if she hit the ground.
Yeah.
She was,
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, good play. Nice hard shot from Fisher and well played by the Sterling keeper.
a little more aggressive that time. She thinks she learned from the earlier.
Yeah. Sterling has improved. They're getting better. They went to a DeKalb tournament and they got 4th out of 8 teams, where years ago they really struggled to have any success. Oh, that might go. And up and over. That's where you want to have just a gentle shot, and maybe got a little too excited with the open net.
Sterling substitution coming in for the Golden Warriors.
Major Earth committed early to the ball, and of course she couldn't use her hands. She was outside.
Goes back to your earlier point, the goal that Lauren made. Nice, soft, almost a push pass into the goal, and she took hit that a little too hard and put it over.
That was the first shot, I think, from Sterling all night. We're at 26:40 left in this first half. Got a little ping pong going on. Ball looking to feed a pass. Akers intercepts, sends it outside. And this ball's going to drop down in here. Geneseo gets a chance to look where they're trying to go with it. Working up the side. Grambling did a nice job of shielding on that one, trying to get that ball out of the end. Nice little bit of possession here by Sterling. That was kind of their first real work down in Geneseo's end. A lot of contact. I was going to say, the whistle has not been worn out so far in this half.
She came through the back on that one.
Yeah, 25:50 to go in this first half. Nice big kick. Heather trying to get onto it. Oh. And as soon as it was good reaction there by Shelby. As soon as the keeper has contact with it, you have to back off. Got to protect the players. Dahl brings that down, trying to work up the side. Ball gets pushed right up to the out of bounds line and be Geneseo throw.
Geneseo throw.
Nice quick throw in to Grambling. And you can see that wet surface there. Dietrich lost her footing. Raps trying to go across. And again, good work by Sterling keeper. She's active. 2-0 lead for Geneseo. Nice punt. Akers meets that right in the air. That's one of the differences between elite teams like Geneseo's and some that aren't as competitive, is the ability to play the ball out of the air.
White throw.
That ball weighs 16 ounces. And ball gets pushed forward. Sterling being a little more active. Nice anticipation there from Geneseo. Raps coming back, sends that ball forward. And good attempt there from Sterling. And ping pong's out of bounds. Be Geneseo throw.
Don't try to turn it there. Take a touch forward and just shield it with your body. Maintain possession and wait for help.
And you can hear some instructions there from the Sterling coach, wanting the player to be a little more patient. Heather gets that ball across. She gets knocked down. Foul call. One thing, too, in soccer that people don't realize a lot of times is you do have what's the advantage call, which basically allows that referee 5 seconds to see what's going to happen. Akers could hit from this distance. That line, that looks closer than 10 yards there.
Yeah, it's only a two-man wall, which is surprising.
Yeah. Sends that across. Sterling steps in front of that. Nice hustle by Coulter to get back to that.
Good.
Trying to find Dietrich. Things are getting jammed up in the middle. Got all 22 players besides all 20 players right in between the two stripes there. Akers trying to find Shelby outside. Nice little touch pass attempt. Page turns. Nice idea.
Shot goes wide
Just a
left.
little high, a little wide.
Sterling substitutions.
So
Coming in for the Golden
23,
Warriors, number 8,
excuse me,
Chloe
22:50
Halverson,
left.
and number
in this. We
17,
get a
Maddie
substitution here for
Geneseo.
Sterling. And boy, just what a beautiful night to play, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. These are the conditions that the kids love to play in. Not too
Yeah.
hot, not too cold.
First game, Geneseo won 11-0, so it had a shorter second half. Paige Gramling coming over here, finds Coulter. Coulter takes off, stretches defense. Fisher with a chance, and
Offsides.
offside.
Offsides to call on Geneseo.
She broke just a stride too quick before
Yeah.
that ball was delivered.
You know what, and I do have to give Sterling some credit here. Playing the offside trap, which is what you call that, takes some discipline. And, you know, they are keeping that back line straight. They don't have a straggler defender back there. So this is, you know, a good thing for Geneseo to have to practice against something like that as you look ahead to regional, sectional play. These two teams go different directions for the regional. Fisher feeds that up.
Hey, Mia!
Paige Gramling trying to get her, and she does force her to dump it out of bounds.
Point throw.
Dahl with the throw over here on the far sideline. Finds Dietrich, gets kind of pushed in the back. A little bit of contact allowed tonight.
Oh, nice pass.
Shot, goal.
There it is.
And again,
Shot
there's
goal,
that
Geneseo.
control by Lauren. You know, you didn't see her hammer it. It just had, looks like, you know, about a 60-70% power on that. And you could see, you know, the Sterling keeper has played well, but she stretched and just couldn't get there. Nicely done. 3-0 lead for Geneseo now. 21-12 is where the clock stopped. And was there an assist on that? I missed that.
It looked like to me that Paige crossed that. Paige
That's
Gramling
right.
crossed that across, you know, through to
In
her.
the 18th minute of the match, Geneseo goal scored.
One thing about that Sterling offside trap is they are letting that middle. They're letting that forward or that mid make that run into the middle and not marking up.
Maple Leaf goal by Coulter. On the assist, Gramling in the 18th minute of our match.
Yeah, offside trap. You know, if you got a player like Coulter now, you know, when she gets through, that goalkeeper is exposed.
Yeah.
You know, they're left on an island. I've always kind of liked the defense where you always have pressure on the person with the ball. Clary out here, and ball goes back in the middle. Dietrich trying to control that. Dietrich looks for Clary. Again, I think the grass is a little thicker and slower than girls are actually used to. There we go. There's the ball up the middle. Sterling keeper's going to come all the way out. Well played by her.
She really drives that ball nice and hard.
There we go. Got the ball here. Dahl's trying to get there. Shoot, keeper's out. Oh, good defense. Nice shot. Just over the bar.
Shot sails over the crossbar. Golden Warriors set the goal kick. Sterling
And we're at
substitution coming into the match
19:50
for the Golden Warriors. Number
time left in
3,
this first
Zoe
half.
Ward.
Looks like we had a few substitutions that came in there. We have Lauren Murray's in the game and Megan Coulter in the midfield.
All right, that's good. I know, yeah, we got all 10 field players there. I know Murray has been out for a little while with an ankle, so it'd be nice for her to get some work again. Coulter finding Clary. Clary comes over hard. Sterling player doing a good job. Feeds that ball forward. And Major Kurth, nice control over here to Akers. And good challenge there from Sterling. Looking to feed outside. Akers, nice anticipation. Good hustle, get to the ball, and good call.
Have a trip called on Geneseo. Sterling sets up the direct kick.
Heather comes in there. It's a smart play. Kind of slow it down just a little bit. And good clearance by Geneseo.
It's going to bounce.
Oh, the player. That's one of those things that drives you nuts as a coach. Should have met that ball, at least with her torso, and kept it in front of her. And that ball is going to roll out of bounds, be Sterling throw. You know, that little play right there we just saw there,
Substitution coming in for the Golden
player
Warriors.
not meeting that ball.
Anissa Davis.
That's a hard point to get through to players sometimes, but you could see how just that bounce let that whole thing shift into the middle of the field now instead of being down on Geneseo's end.
And she was lucky someone like Dietrich wasn't right up there on her, because once it got over her head, that's trouble.
Yeah. Got substitution for Geneseo. Fisher coming back in.
Substitution into the match.
Coulter
and
coming in for older Coulter.
That's right.
A nice throw there by Fisher. Dietrich chasing that down. Gets the ball across, and well played again by Sterling. Throws the ball out this time instead of the punt. Good job by Clary. Forces the ball to be thrown in. Get some pressure here, and nice anticipation there with Geneseo. Stepped right in front of her. Nice control. Coulter going across, feeding the middle, and Murray can't quite get there. Coulter again, settles that down, keeps the player pinned in. Looking for the diagonal. Geneseo looks ready for it. Sends this ball out of bounds.
Sterling throw.
So Sterling with throw in. We got 16:21 to go in this first half. 3-0 lead for Geneseo. Sterling with the throw in. Ball kind of ping pongs around a little bit. Sterling with a chance from distance. Rapp steps in front of it. Murray sends us off to the side. And Dahl chasing that down, trying to keep that pinned in. Finds Coulter. He's the master of the control pass. Akers always does a great job shielding there. Nice work.
Touch out here.
Fisher sends us outside. Clary sends Dietrich.
And there we go.
And got a foot race. Heather looking around, see if she's got a pass. Fisher coming hard. That ball still is going to hold. And that'll be a throw in. Before that rain, that would have gone out of bounds here. Tonight, that held. I've always kind of liked the field that plays like that, where the ball will hold just a little bit instead of just running.
Barron, and number 25, Maura Scanlon.
A little under 15 minutes to go in this first half. 3-0 lead. This conference match between Geneseo and Sterling. Shelby Clary looking for a throw in. A little header here. Tara Fisher is going to chase this down. I like the way she's looking things over as she's running to the ball. Takes a one from distance and picked up by the Sterling's keeper. Good, decent punt. Coulter. Looked like maybe a little arm work there.
I thought it came out a little away from her body.
Yeah. Good idea. Just tough bounce there for the Sterling player.
Geneseo throw.
Good thought, though. And that ball's going to carry out of bounds, but he's going to be off-white blue throw. It's called there. Akers sends it towards the middle. Fisher finding Grambling. Murray trying to work across. Ball gets dropped up in there. Good trap down by Sterling. Comes back, she recovers well there. Working back to the outside, some good patience here, some combinations getting put together here by Sterling. Working on the far sideline, the east sideline, takes a shot from distance, and that's going to clear the bar. We got 13:20 to go.
Over the crossbar, Geneseo goal kick.
Exchange of Coulters here.
Number 13, Lauren.
Had a lot of sisters have played over the years on Geneseo's team. One time years ago, we had 5 sets of sisters on the field at one time. And ball gets sent. Sterling actually has settled down here a little bit. You know, and this is where you want to see. There we go.
Yep.
Sends Clary. That was well timed. Shelby going hard. Nice shot. Oh, follow.
There we
in.
Shot and goal, Geneseo.
That was nicely done. Shelby stretched it. It went hard. That was well played by Sterling's keeper. Obviously got the ricochet, and then you got the follow up by Geneseo. So, and I missed. Was that Murray?
Yeah, it was Murray on
Murray was there to clean that up. But I like that Shelby was patient out here on the side. They saw the pass. She took off, and that's the problem with the trap. Is you get a team like Geneseo that has good overall speed. You know that was well done. Shelby comes over, pushes hard. Coulter again trying to find Grambling. Grambling tried to keep her pinned in and forces her to dump it out of bounds.
27th minute
You know,
of the
and that's
match.
one thing too. You know, from a coaching standpoint, she didn't even have to touch the ball, but she forced it to get dumped out of bounds. You always want to pressure the ball. Working the outside here. Clary traps that down, back to her cousin. Caitlin looking things over, trying to find a diagonal. And Sterling will struggle to control here. Shelby coming on. Pins her down. Shelby's quick, cuts it back. And there you go. And you kind of heard some advice from the bench there about what a couple possible calls there. And so Sterling spots us down for a goal kick. 4-0 lead for Geneseo, 11:23 to go in the first half. Going across the other side. A little miscommunication there. Hard charge by Coulter. Nice shot. Well played. Nice shot by Murray. And 11 minutes to go in this first half. 4-0 lead for Geneseo. Ball goes high in the air. Coulter touches that down. Turn sends that up. I think it's Decker that sent that forward. Nice cut back. And finds Page. She drops it back nicely. And this ball's going over to the side and got an offsides call again.
Offsides called on Geneseo.
A little more contact tonight than we've seen some of the recent matches, and just have to see how the rest of this plays out. But you do want to keep it under control, make sure the players playing safely. Fisher traps that down. Grambling trying to get that under control. And Akers looking things over. Good step forward there by Sterling. Trying to get some combinations put together. Wraps there, steady in the middle like she's been for 4 years. Oh. Sterling with a, goes out of bounds. Geneseo throw, and we've got substitution. Coulter in for
Coming
Clary.
into the match for the Lady Leafs, number 6, Megan Coulter.
And that ball goes out of bounds. Be white throw or Geneseo throw again. Stands are filling in a little bit here as we're getting a little later in the evening. 9:30 to go in this first half. Game's a little more spread out. Coulter trying to, and there we get a push called.
Have a foul called on Sterling. Geneseo sets the direct kick.
She spots this ball down. They go quickly. Paige Gramlin comes out to meet that ball. And Sterling reacts quickly. And got a little trip call there.
Tripping called on the Maple Leafs. Sterling sets the free kick.
And I think the Sterling player wants out here. They just had that, just kind of limping a little bit. Raps sends that ball forward. Grambling stretching their defense there with some pressure. Cuts it back towards the middle. Oh, nice work by Paige.
Oh.
Chest wide.
Shot goes wide right.
Got the
crosses
keeper
end line.
leaning
Goal
one
kick
way
set
and
for
cut it
Sterling.
back the other.
Coming into the match for the Golden Warriors,
I think
number 9,
Paige
Tierra Munoz.
is kind of
And number
deceptively fast.
20,
You see her get away from people. She'll
Rosa
separate herself
Sanchez.
by 3/4 of a step to a step. And I think she kind of catches other players off guard a little bit. She doesn't make as much body contact as a lot of players do, but just has good control. Okay. There we go. And what the Sterling player wants off. And so we got a quick stoppage here. She's having problems with the ankle, and perhaps the Geneseo trainer will come over and check her out. The young lady is upset as she comes off the field. And because of the stoppage, they can make some substitutions. So Dietrich back in for Murray. I know they've, like I said, been trying to work her back in since she had that ankle injury.
Substituting in for Geneseo, number 19, Heather Dietrich.
And so we
Here comes the
still have a stoppage.
Substituting
And we
in
got
for the Golden Warriors, number 11, Natalie Herrera.
Had to get that. She came off the field so quick they had to forget to sub in, so they had to get that
Yeah.
squared away.
So we'll get back underway here. Just a free kick there, indirect. Ball gets sent forward, and again Raps comes and meets that. Dietrich, nice patience, turns it back. Fisher, kind of Coulter working up the side, going deep in the corner, turns it. Oh, nice little touch across, and it's going to force Sterling to dump it out of bounds.
Geneseo throw.
Akers with the throw, finds Dietrich coming to the ball. Nice job of shielding, drops it back here for Caitlin. Caitlin feeds that through for Fisher. Oh, nice little side. And again, Sterling keeper has played well. This game, without her work, this probably would have been at least 2 more goals in that net by now. Dietrich, nice patience here to Coulter. Working diagonally. You like to see that too, don't we, Rod? To see the diagonal work instead of just what sometimes you just call bowling alley soccer.
Yeah. You know, the switching of the fields, that really wears out a defense quick too,
Yeah.
and you got them chasing.
Nice play by Coulter. Gramlin coming back. You can see her looking things over. Finds young Coulter. Oh, drops that ball in, and the pick up there. Nice idea, though. Again, I do think one thing Sterling has accomplished is it has made us a little flat-footed because of the offside calls at times. Oh,
Good block.
that left a mark. 6 minutes to go in this first half. 4-0
Sterling
lead
throw.
for Geneseo. Coulter meets that nicely. Nice control pass there. Nice work by all 3 players. Finds Gramling. Nice little
she
step
turned.
through. two players. Fisher takes a
Good
rip.
strike.
Oh,
Nice.
nice save. That would have been in.
Yeah, that was breaking back in there
Yeah,
towards that
it was.
post.
Bend it like Beckham. Dietrich. Oh.
That's obstruction
Push
goal
call.
on Geneseo.
Obstruction. Okay.
Golden Warriors will set the free kick.
I saw that. It was
Foul.
just establishing position with the amount of contact that's been allowed. That Heather tries to get that ball back. Fisher touches off to Coulter, sends it over here to Akers. Nice touch up here to Coulter. Going hard to it. Working across. Gets the patient pass here. Wraps, goes forward to Gramling, who looks like she's trying to find on the outside. Be Decker, I believe.
Yep.
She's working hard in the corner, brings it back. Good job. It's harder to do than it looks to turn that ball back around in a direction like that.
Geneseo substitutions.
Dahl
coming
and
in
Clary
back
coming
for the
back
Lady Leafs.
onto the
Number
field.
7, Shelby Clary. And number 20, Laney
Starting to
Dahl.
see some hands on the hips there in Sterling, so this control game is really starting to wear him.
Yeah, it is.
Wear him down a little bit.
We're down to about a little over 4 minutes to go in this first half. It's been good play. Sterling's had a couple opportunities, but it's definitely been dominated by Geneseo. Games have been primarily played in the north end. Old Dietrich, so she can punch through. They're strong. She really clears some people out. Clary trying to work the corner. Nice defensive slide there by Sterling.
White throw.
Dietrich, nice touch. Looking.
Backing off!
George Sterling, coach, who wants his players playing tighter. And that's going to be headed out of bounds. Be Geneseo throw. Got 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. Akers with the ball. Big throw that way. Boy. Looked like contact from behind. You know, you gotta give space. And center referee's kind of shielded from that. Normally that'd be called a handball. Akers got everybody's kind of stuck down here, and this be a good time to see if somebody can kind of switch the play here. Akers lets it go out of bounds. Again, Geneseo throw, 2:40 to go. Sterling going for that, and wraps, sends us off to the side. There's excellent defensive play there. You could see her teammate run away from her to get more space. Gramling sends that up the side. Dahl, seeing if she can get there. Want to force Sterling to keep that ball trapped down there and make her dump it out of bounds.
White throw.
Get a quick re-entry here. And Sterling keeper comes out for that. Get a punt away. Dahl tries to meet that in the air. Geneseo looking things over. Nice job feeding that up the side. Dahl trying to get there. She bottles up the Sterling player and turn and dumps out of bounds again. So Geneseo with the throw. We got 1.5 minutes to go in this first half. So Geneseo comfortably ahead in this conference match 4-0. Nice work by the little crew on the sideline there too. Keep the replacement ball coming in right away so you can get fast play. And there we go. Glad she's there though. You know, to foul it up, and then this young lady from Sterling's been very sure-handed, but glad to see Heather Dietrich did foul that up. And Fisher brings that down. Clary sends it out wide here. Akers looking things over. Got pressure coming from behind. Finds Tara coming up on the inside, cuts it back. Oh, Coulter, let's see what goes here. Coulter does a great job of shielding people off. You know, they just can't get around her. 20 seconds to go. Sterling, if they're judicious here, will kind of take their time, punt that away. Yeah, about 10 seconds left.
9, 8, 7.
Time for one last cross.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And I get cleared away. That's going to end our first half. Geneseo with a 4-0 lead. The halftime is 10 minutes long, so we'll go ahead and take that 10-minute break, and we will be back for the second half.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Courtesy Ford of Davenport, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Kimberly BMW of Davenport. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
All right, we're ready to get underway here for this second half. Rod Gerhardt, Clark Brookins here with you tonight. And it's conference game. Geneseo with a comfortable 4-0 lead as we start this second half. We switched ends. Geneseo is attacking the south goal. Fisher gets foot on the ball here, sends us out to Dahl. She drops it back patiently, and ball gets lofted forward, and Gramling is on sides, cuts it back. She's looking to see if she can get an across off. Sterling steps in, ball goes in towards their keeper, who's had a nice game so far. Throws this one out instead. You know, the Sterling coach, Rod, was not pleased at the end of the first half, and we'll see if they made any strategy changes here. Geneseo with some patience here, working it around the back. Wraps here in the middle. She's been a 4-year starter. Sends this off here to the side. Dahl comes up. Same time Sterling player. Fisher trying to pressure a little bit, and Sterling loses that one. Dietrich feeds a nice ball up here to Clary. She has a chance and gets a little bit of a tough touch there, but still comes up. Akers sends that ball in and gathered in well by that Sterling keeper. We'll play 40-minute half. Ball bounces and Rapp sends that forward. Sterling isn't quite as patient with the ball as you might want just from a general coaching standpoint. That ball carries over here. Got a nice foot race, nice speed from the Sterling player. Try and get a cross off. That ball gets sent back outside, popped up high in the air. Wraps, sends this forward. Fisher has time, coming out with Coulter. And, pretty purposeful foul there, which sent away is kind of a smart play from Sterling. Not necessarily what, but it definitely stopped that play.
She gets around here. She has a nice little bit of room, and
Geneseo sends this ball forward here. Sterling off the referee. He's part of the field. Dietrich coming hard. Gets up. Rolls. Oh, nice clearance from Sterling. Ball still live.
excellent hustle.
Yeah, nice play. Heather was patient there instead of killing it, and that hits the side net. So not sure who that was, maybe number 6 or 9, I can't. Anyway, the young lady with the bright orange shoes had a nice clearance there. Good hustle on her part. Always like to see that a player doesn't give up on something. So Sterling spots this down for a goal kick. The south end of the field tends to be just maybe a little rougher in the box. And so we'll see, might see an occasional bad bounce during the second half. Sterling trying to work that out. Raps gets a foot on it, slows it down. Sterling sends this outside. Geneseo's back four kind of retreats in unison. Coming in hard to the ball, and Clary working up the side, trying to find Heather. And Heather's fast, she gets around her.
Good line.
Nice poke from Sterling, and both players go down. And
Reflected over the end line, last hit by Sterling. Geneseo, corner kick.
all right, so it came off the Sterling keeper. And
setting the ball for the Lady Leafs. Number 10,
there.
Caitlin Akers.
So we haven't seen a corner kick for a little while. Caitlin will again set this in. I think the wind has dropped down a little bit. She gets a nice ball in here. We got a beautiful header by Shelby Clary in that first half. Ball comes in low and hard. And Sterling's keeper, again, playing a nice game, gets on top of it, controls it. Punts that ball away. Caitlin gets that up in the air. Shelby goes off her back, goes out of bounds.
Sterling throw.
35.5 minutes to go in this second half. We play 40. Heather, great speed, getting down there, trying to get across, and Sterling players get that under control there. I've kind of lost track how many times this young lady has handled the ball. It's got to be at least 20 times this match. Fisher, good pressure, keeps it from turning. Patient play there from Sterling, drops it back. And Heather comes back nicely, get that. Coulter shielding people off. Just nice presence there in the middle. Tara Fisher, some patience. Trying to feed that forward. And Raps keeps that alive. Dahl coming back, and Sterling trying to put together a little combination here. Raps sending that across. Sends this forward here. Sterling gets forced to push it outside, see if that's going to roll out of bounds, and it does. Quick throw in here from Heather. And good step in there by Shelby. Coming back hard is Coulter. Forces Sterling to bunch all around her. Good patient ball back. McKenzie coming back for this. She has played a nice solid game. Sends that ball up firmly. Nicely done to Fisher. Fisher with good speed, so she can keep it in. She does. And contact there. Ball still in play. Ball's going to go off of Fisher on the deflection and be goal kick.
Geneseo. Goal kick, Sterling.
She did a great job keeping that ball in on the line there. The whole ball has to go across, and she managed to.
She really has had several times tonight. Her balance has been impressive, being able to either pop back up or, you know, just there. She got bumped and kept that ball in play. Paige Gramling looking things over, goes across for Dietrich. Heather finds Shelby outside. Sterling closes hard on her. She gets a shot off, and again handled by the keeper for Sterling. 32:45 to go in this contest. Again, it's a conference match. Oh, nicely done by Haley Clark, I think that was. Coulter keeping that ball alive, wraps with those quick feet, comes forward, Grambling with a patient touch. Fisher tries to feed her in the middle. Sterling keeper coming out and picks that up. Wraps, sends that back in the middle. Coulter trying to pressure, she does. Dietrich pressures, and Clary read that well. Tough touch though, rolls out of bounds for her. Lights are on, but just been a beautiful night tonight, Rod, for playing a game. Heather, this nice patient work here, coming back. Feeds that ball forward. Again, Sterling's keeper comes out, picks that up. We mentioned this in the first half. The field is playing a little slower than what Geneseo is used to. I think just with all the rain, the grass is in superb condition. And you can see some of the players are expecting the ball to carry just a little farther on some of these passes. Nice job sending that ball up the sideline. It's harder than it looks. She made it look easy. Sterling trying to get a ball off here, and Major Kurth gets a chance to touch the ball here, first time in a while. Taylor punts this ball away, gets a nice distance out of that. Sterling comes forward and meets that. McKenzie again sends that forward. Oh, we got a foot race here. This could be a Heather special. And
there's a deflection there.
Deflection, I think. Oh.
Right.
Man, that's a tough call.
Geneseo substitution coming into the match for the Lady Leafs. Number 2, Lauren Murray.
Yeah, I guess they are calling a goal kick. From our expert vision here, it sure looked like a deflection.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're only 75 yards closer to the play than you and I, but
usually it's sometimes you try and watch how that ball reacts or curves, you know. But
yeah. So Sterling with a goal kick here, sends it off to the side. Tara Fisher steps in nicely. Paige Grambling, call a nice cutback, shoots it low, and Sterling keeper again getting her workout. Lauren Coulter meets that ball in the air. Tara Fisher lets it bounce. She's looking for his pass outside. Pressure from Sterling. McKenzie comes forward. She has had a solid game tonight, hasn't she? At outside back.
Geneseo throw. Sterling substitution coming into the match for the Golden Warriors. Number 9, Tiara
Kennedy Teese coming in for Paige Grambling.
Number 15, Kennedy.
We'll have to see if Kennedy gets a chance. Kennedy is quick. You know, I've seen her in some of these previous games, and she will stretch their defense with her speed when she gets a chance. McKenzie again, just nice read, gets pushed from behind. Should have been a foul called.
Yeah. The way he was calling the first half, you would have thought.
Yeah. Well, finds Dahl. She's going in hard. She's looking for that cross.
Nice.
Good defensive header. And again, you know, for as solid as she's played, she has had a couple slips.
Doesn't seem to panic back there, though.
No. You know, one thing just from a coaching standpoint that Sterling keeps trying to do, which hasn't worked yet this game, is they keep trying to go right down the spine of the field. And Geneseo has just kept them contained virtually the entire game. Fisher here getting a chance. See, she takes a long shot. Good try. It is really hard to be sprinting full speed and get a quality shot off.
The ball's rolling away from you.
Yeah.
You know,
if you want to try to simulate that at home, if you have younger kids, if you have a big old garbage can, lay that thing on the side, let them sprint, and try to shoot that ball into a garbage can. And that's kind of what a player's trying to do, really. Trying to avoid that goalkeeper. And good hard charge. Smart play from Sterling to send that out of bounds. But it is hard to do that. You think, wow, 192 square feet down there, but it is hard to strike that ball when you're going full tilt and you've maybe got somebody leaning on one side of you. And Clary comes off here, get a little rest. She's had a real solid game, had that beautiful header in the first half. Coulter working on the sideline, ball pushes out of bounds, and it'll be, again, Geneseo throw. Popped up in the air. Working hard in there, I think, is Murray.
Yeah.
Coulter coming across the middle. Nice patient pass back here to McKenzie. McKenzie looks around. Works the whole switch of the field here that you mentioned earlier. Their Rod just took it from one side. Look at the speed of Kennedy. She got around that ball to get it in there. Yeah, I think she even surprised her teammates that she got that in there. She just is quick at times. You could see it perfectly in that one. And not sure what the call was.
No, especially when we had possession and
yeah. This is an indirect kick. You see the referee's hand is in the air, which means that if she had the potential to put the ball in here from that distance and nobody touched it, it wouldn't count.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Coulter, just a power shot.
And goal, Geneseo.
We've seen her back off on those earlier goals. That was a hammer on that one. She just went right through the keeper on that. So nice goal here at the 25-48 mark, 5-0 lead for Geneseo. And it's been a good match so far. Rod, we've been able to see, Geneseo's gotten some good work in here. Sterling, having seen them over the years, they are improving, they're getting better.
Lauren Coulter. Your Geneseo goal by Coulter in the 54th minute of the match.
Nice speed here. Coulter coming in hard. Sterling tries to dump it over the top here for a foot race. And Akers cuts her off. Pins her up against the sideline. Sterling trying to get this cross off. Goes out of bounds. Be Sterling throw. Yeah, and that's one of the differences you see too here with Geneseo's defense is, in not just this match, but just in almost any match, is you rarely see a player from the other team get just an open shot at the goal. There's always somebody hanging on them, somebody challenging them. Where you've seen Sterling tonight with doing their trap in that first half. Once they busted through, it was one-on-one.
On our midfields, they hustle so hard that those center mids get back and really help cover open areas as well.
Yeah, and you do see that too. As you look at the team and that the forward defenders, in the back, don't get switched out a lot. They don't run as much and they play as a unit. But you do see Coach Klein and Harvey Morton, they do rotate through their midfielders and their forwards. They run a lot. And but you do tend to see the defenders tend to play almost the entire game. Kennedy Thies, nice job getting a foot on that. Dahl takes her outside, nice quick work, looking patient. Sends that ball in the middle, that's going to get sent out of bounds.
White throw.
Nice throw down here in Kennedy. See how she does. She gets a nice cross over there. Coulter tries to keep that in. Just a little too much depth on that one.
Goal kick set. Golden Warriors.
23 and a half minutes to go in this conference contest. Again, mentioned this in the first half. Geneseo has really been dominant in girls soccer. They have won every conference championship since 2002, except 2003 when they got second. And so it's just they've really been the measuring stick for the rest of the conference and the area too. They have you get a chance to come out this Friday, they'll be playing Rock Island. They have beaten all the Western Big Six teams. They did tie UT, but if they beat Rock Island this Friday, they're kind of almost a Metro champ here.
Geneseo throw.
The only Western Big Six team that they don't play, who is the heavyweight in that conference in girls soccer, is Quincy. But you know, they handled Moline early this season 5-2. Had a 2-2 tie with Ann Coulter with a shot. So they've been solid. UT has had a better season this year. They have played very well, beating some real quality teams. So looking forward to the postseason this year. Sterling coming out here. His ball gets touched out of bounds. Both referees look at each other and decide on Sterling. Nice touch there by Raps. Oops, just tough touch there. Coulter still gets back up. And
One of the differences you can see with our girls too is they had 3 girls within 5-10 yards there. Our girls tend to stay a little more spread out.
have a hard trip there.
On the Golden Warriors. Geneseo sets up the
The spacing is.
over the midfield line.
She spots us now. Wind has died down. The flag is not pushing out nearly as hard as it was earlier. Drops a nice ball in there.
Get a touch on
Fisher.
it. Oh,
man.
She got that with her fingertips. Another good one.
Throws this one out. Shelby trying to keep that, pushes out of bounds.
Sterling throw.
Geneseo really has done a good job of keeping them bottled up. Had maybe one quality look at the net tonight. Had the one open net situation where the ball went up and over the bar. Good speed from Sterling's number 10, trying to challenge. Raps cuts her off. Tara Fisher comes back, trying to find a diagonal to Murray. Coulter comes in hard for that. There's no foul on that because both players touch the ball. McKenzie comes in, gets on the ball. Murray coming back for it. Raps steps in. Sterling putting together a little combination here and gets a shot from distance that Taylor watches go out of bounds. We got 19:50
Substituting into the match
to go
for the Lady Leafs, number
in
9,
the second
Jenna
half.
Decker, number 18, Corey Panacucci, and number 23, Katie Smith.
Coach Klein, Coach Morton getting a chance to rotate some players in, get a little more experience. And, this is a good opportunity to get more work and get more depth. Finds Decker. Finds the outside. Sterling really trying to work the trap here. Coulter going straight at the net. Finds Murray. Shot and got fingertips on it and pushed it out wide.
Ball goes over the end line. Last touch by Sterling. Geneseo corner kick.
And here I say they don't sub in the defense, and we got some substitutions coming in.
Number 4, Pam Benanueva.
Savannah Ennis coming in for Jessica Raps.
Number 28, Mackenzie Davison.
Got 18 and a half minutes to go. Coming back, cuts it hard, nice patient pass. Clary sends it back to her. Two-person game there. Coulter back towards Clary. Coulter looking for the easy pass, which he finds out here to McKenzie. And pushed out by Sterling.
Geneseo throw.
get played in the air here a little bit. Oh, big ball dropped in there and picked up by Sterling.
Good
Nice
stuff.
step in. Just nicely done. Nice little bit of work there from Sterling player, and Geneseo's off to the races. Taylor Majorkirth comes out, picks that up at the edge of the box. That stripe is out at 18 yards. It's where the penalty area starts. Decker trying to work up the middle. You might hear coach there asking people to spread out. Everything is crammed up there, and again, Taylor gets an easy pickup here. Sends that up the middle. Sterling steps in. Tara Fisher comes back, earns the ball. Looking for that outlet pass. Decker going to challenge. Nice little touch there by Sterling to step away from her. Clary feeds that up the middle. Tara Fisher cuts in. Sterling, ball's working down towards their end. And they're trying to work the sideline. Shelby Clary cuts her off. And going hard for the ball. Sterling steps in. Clary, Fisher. And Fisher going for that cross. Oh, yeah, matter the coach trying to get that in with the side there. Nicely met in the air here. Fisher coming across, working up here, finds Murray.
Good break, Keith.
And ball still alive. Sterling pushes it outside, and they dump it outside now.
Geneseo throw.
We're at 15:35 to go in the second half, 5-0 lead.
Substitutions coming in for the Golden Warriors. Number 6, Asanya Barrientos. Number 13, Herna Barrientos. And number 28.
Haley Clark gets a little chance to rest. She's having a real solid game back at defense as well. Raps goes back in there and playing the middle.
Becca Raps.
Ball kind of bangs around here a little bit. Raps comes over. Nice
Drives
ball
it
forward. It's got some backspin to make it hold. That ball's going to carry out of bounds and be our corner kick.
Geneseo corner kick.
And Caitlin Akers just happened to be coming on the field as that rolled out of bounds. So that's kind of her specialty here, is entering that ball.
Number 10, Caitlin Akers. And number 13, Lauren Coulter.
You see the Geneseo players are stacked way out there. We've got about 5 players outside at the arc. Got 1 right in on top of the keeper. And ball comes in. Oh, just over the top of Murray. That one goes wide left.
Shot goes wide left, goal kick.
At 14:20 to go in the second half.
Geneseo substitution back into the match. Number 19, Heather Dietrich.
Had Dietrich back in for Murray. Ball gets sent off wide here by Sterling. And they send it forward that way. Nice. And this is where Sterling needs to mix this up a little bit. They have not used the width of this field at all. Well, like Geneseo is here. You know, Clary just dumps this down on the side, try and get the cross off. Heather Dietrich comes in hard. Well played by Sterling keeper, but that's what Sterling is not doing tonight, Rod.
Yeah. Helps the defense out so much when you're predictable.
Again, you see Geneseo using the width of the field, some patience here. Sends that forward. Now it goes over wide. And again, Geneseo easily controls this. Comes in hard there from Sterling. Good defensive pressure.
Now we can start to get this space. We have to take care of the ball first. You can't be creeping up when they have possession of the ball. Then we're going to get beat. You need to drop behind the ball and help out.
I heard Sterling's coach there. He wants his forward to drop back, help defensively, and then move forward. Geneseo to throw in on the far side. Coulter coming in hard. Nice work. Oh, nice feed forward. Got a foot race. See if she can get this shot off. She does. Nicely played. Another shot up and over.
Oh.
Good play there by Sterling. Heather backs it out for a little reload. Coulter from distance takes a rip, and it's going to go left of the bars.
That's the second time a defender stepped in and saved a goal.
Yeah.
Goal kick.
Give him credit. It's well done. And ball gets spotted down for a goal kick with 12 minutes to go. 5-0 lead for Geneseo. Ball pops high in the air. It's going to spin out of bounds. Be a throw in for Geneseo. Coulter with the throw in. Finds Dietrich, sends it back to her. And that's carries out of bounds and be Sterling throw. Dietrich trying to feed forward here. Oh, trouble. Nicely played. And Sterling keepers there, just if you're not familiar with the rules, since her player passed that back with her feet, she could not use her hands on that. And that was a nice play. She hustled back, pushed it out of bounds.
Number 10, Caitlin Akers.
And gets another corner kick here by Caitlin.
No panic whatsoever there on her part.
10:50 to go here as Caitlin gets ready to enter this corner kick. Drives, nice ball. Nice, oh, up and over the bar. Shelby connected with that one and had just got under it just a little too much there.
Just a little lean back in the body there.
Goal kick comes out, met by Geneseo. Sterling trying to push that out of bounds, be another corner kick.
Geneseo substitution coming into the match for the Lady Leafs. Number 5, Caitlin Milky.
Caitlin Milky back in. She's got a leg brace on. She had a little problem with a knee injury earlier this season. It's just nice to see her get a chance to be back in and playing. Caitlin gets ready to enter the ball again, gets a nice ball, and Sterling's keeper bounces off her hands, gets pushed out of bounds by Geneseo, and the goal kick. And 9.5 minutes to go.
Sterling substitution coming into the match. Number 8, Chloe Halverson.
Wait for the player to clear the field. Whistle sounds. Nice trap down. And be an easy pickup this time for Sterling's keeper. She's going to punt this ball away. Carries about to the midfield stripe. A big bounce. Raps gets that back under control. Coulter back to Raps. Becca moving forward here. Finds Milky. Cuts it in. There we go. Gets us outside here. Sterling's player trying to look and turn this up. Finds her teammate. And takes it off her teammate's foot. Trying to work the outside. Milky feeds us back into the middle. See if Decker gets a chance to take a shot. She might. Oh, she does. And that's going to be a corner kick.
Right, deflected over the end line by Sterling. Geneseo corner kick.
Saying goes, Decker got a little mustard on that one. Had some zip on that.
10, Caitlin Akers.
Here comes Akers with the long run over to take the corner.
Yeah. And all these things, I haven't really mentioned, this clock always keeps running on something like this. So It's a continuous clock, in essence. Nice hustle out here by Decker, trying to get the controlled drop pass back. And there we go.
Have a push called on Sterling. Geneseo will set up a direct kick outside the box.
Wonder if anybody will go ahead and just try to put this on frame from out there, Rod. What do you think?
It's Panacucci over the ball. I think she's
Yeah.
capable.
Yeah. So she lost that in there, trying to drop it in. Somebody get a header. This gets dropped back. Akers takes
There's
a
the
rip.
shot.
It's
Oh.
it was on frame. Well played there by their keeper again. Oh, that should have been a whistle there. The Sterling player came in and pushed her while she was in the air.
Sterling, the substitution, coming into the match for the Golden Warriors, number 10, Julia Diaz.
Basically, a player owns the vertical space when they jump, and you can't be contacting them like that. That's dangerous for the player.
Abigail, I need you outside to the far side. Right here. Great job.
Nice hustle there by Coulter. Comes back here. Akers gets back to it. Drop back. A little bit of ping pong going on here. Nicely done. Sending this up to the side. You can see a slip on the wet surface. Sends this forward.
Good.
Nice by Milky. Sterling player comes in, takes it off her foot, challenges her, delays her. Patient pass here. And Akers steps in. Trying to feed Milky. And see what Sterling does. Sends it across the front here. Coulter goes right through the player. Milky, a little ping pong here, a little contact. Milky with the patient back to Akers. Finding the outside, and that one just gets away from her, goes out of bounds.
Sterling throw.
Got 5:25 to go. Ball gets sent out. Nice anticipation from Geneseo. Sterling steps in, takes it away from her. Panacucci settles this, working the outside. Glad to see that she switched side of the field. It's getting kind of jammed up on this side. Coulter working hard up that outside. Gets around her. Still in play. And Sterling chance to clear here a little bit and met nicely by Panacucci. Nice control pass there to Decker. Coulter looks things over. Sterling trying to play the back line. Akers comes in to diagonal pass it back. Sterling traps that down. Panacucci. And Heather goes down, and that ball still is inbound. It gets a little tough at this time of night to tell from this distance if it's inbounds or out of bounds. Sterling pushes this down. Geneseo turns it to the outside. And the ball still is in play. And Panacucci sends us up the sideline, out of bounds, Sterling throw. We got 6 substitutions coming in at 3:53 to go.
Substitutions coming in for the Golden Warriors. Number 1, Stephanie Abarca. Number 14, Rocio Barron. Number 24, Ellen Reeder. And number 25, Maura Scanlan. And checking in for Geneseo, number 22, Abigail Zobrist. And number 25, Haley Clark.
So we're just under 3.5 minutes to go. 5-0 lead for Geneseo. So Geneseo would like to keep the, as the term goes, a clean sheet, keep them scoreless. Dietrich gets past them. She's got some speed. Cuts that back across to Katie, and nice little footwork there from Sterling. Good work here by Geneseo. Just stepped right in there, took it away from her. Heather Dietrich trying to get away. Trying to get to Katie. Sterling's keeper comes out, sends it out. Seems to take a big shot. Oh, and big shot, but just not quite where she wanted it.
Over the crossbar. Sterling.
Still, I like that idea. Take a shot from distance at times.
You have them respect you a little bit and pull that defense out.
Yeah. 2.5 to go. 5-0 lead. Like I said, Geneseo is kind of on tap here to play another game this Friday. So if you get a chance to come out, you can always check the school district website at geneseoschools.org. Check on all these spring teams from all the different sports. Oh, off the bar, foul called. Was it inside, outside the box?
Again, I thought he blew that whistle a little early because the ball was still in the air and flowing into the goal.
Yeah. So,
and only a two-person wall, kind of surprising. You'd like to obscure that view a little bit more.
Especially from this distance. Either one of these young ladies definitely has power to lift this up and over. Akers, just a little high, but nice idea.
Crossbar goal kick.
Good misdirection.
Down to about 1:20 to go.
Those defenders peeled off when they saw Haley approach over the ball and left it wide open.
Yeah. It's kind of like, oh, this game's decided. I don't want to mark.
Yeah. Who knows, they may have prom this weekend.
Yeah. Coulter, nice step through there. Oh, nice ball. Finds Milky. Milky gets one in there. Oh, is on frame. And Sterling keeper readjusted mid-flight on that ball. Got herself in good position. 45 seconds to go. And that one's going to carry out of bounds. That should be Sterling throw. Good smart play from Sterling to drop it back. Akers sends that ball forward. Sterling, we got 15 seconds to go. See if they can get a shot off on goal here.
9,
Smart play from Geneseo. Dump it out of bounds, and there it is. So this will wind up this conference contest with Geneseo staying undefeated in conference. I believe that makes their season mark, I think, 11-2-2, Rod. I'm not sure, but they've had a very solid season so far. So if you get a chance to come out and support this team, really would encourage you to do so. This Friday they play. Check the school district website to see when the next home game is. I'm Clark Bergen. Glad to have Rod Gerhardt with me tonight. Any final thoughts, Rod?
Just looking forward to Friday night's game against Rock Island and moving on to the playoffs. Come out and see these young ladies. They really do a good job.
All right, and thanks Keith Kinnan on the camera, and we'll catch you our next opportunity. Thank you.